To our state up north, just outside the 410's area code, Penn State University, the Nittany Lions, students, community members, and a few other. I think they got a group of about 1,000 people. They mourned. They gathered at site and shuddered at the Taco Bell closing, fast food restaurant just off campus. Let's see here, and I want to read this quote here. This is Patel, Prajesh Patel, student who was leading the protest, not the protest, but the morning aspect of it all. Taco Bell was our home. The Vigil, that's right. Taco Bell was our home away from home and added spice to our life, of all things. The nearest taco.
Hurry on down.
There you go. God damn. The nearest Taco Bell to the closed location is about 2 miles away. Man, listen, I understand. I'm all about kids and young minds coming together and getting together and doing good things and protesting or mourning the death of something like this. But Taco Bell closing, huh?
I don't know, man. I remember, and Adam remembers too, I'm sure, down in College Park, there was that McDonald's. And if that McDonald's had closed right there on the main drag, remember how we got the drive-through to work because it was weight activated. So how many of us was there? Like 10, 15 of us, and we all jumped on the platform to activate for the speaker to come on so that we could do a drive-through order because the building was closed. Now, we had to find a creative solution to get food after hours from this one particular McDonald's, and we made it happen. So I can only imagine if that thing was just inaccessible altogether, what kind of like sorrow and mourning we would be going through for our late night drunken extracurricular cravings. So I can see why a Taco Bell closing down on a college campus could be like the end of the world for some late teen, early 20s students.
Yeah, well, all right, here's what I'll say. Initially my reaction was like, this is stupid. It's a Taco Bell. This is not some sort of institution.
This is monkey business.
They're at Penn State. Now, I've never been to Happy Valley, but I would imagine there's other places to eat for a campus that big. But I said all of that, and then I got to thinking that I went to University of Maryland, big state school, and I remember going back maybe a year after I graduated, and the Wawa had closed, and I couldn't believe it. Now, if a story saying students mourn the closing of a Wawa sounds just as stupid, or maybe even stupider than Taco Bell, but to me that was very shocking that place had closed.
And rumor has it you stood outside and went wah wah. That's what I heard.
I did.
As another state school attendee, huge state school, Frostburg, out in Western Maryland. If they had closed the sheets out there, that may have there may have been rioting in that town. There may have been fucking full blown, bust out the shit. And I think of a good story of that. Myself, Antonone, and Horatio, guys, you guys all know, went out there after a party, drove back, and Antonone was hauling ass through town. And I kept telling him, I was like, "Hey man, you gotta slow down. You gotta fucking slow down. You're doing 40 in a 25. The cops are all out." He's like, "No man, don't worry about it." And sure enough, Popo and pulls over. I was like, well, he's fucked. I mean, yeah, Christ, we've been drinking all night. And I see him he's doing this. I'm looking out the back window. He's doing that. And Horatio's in the back seat. I was trying not to do a full 180. I'm doing this. I'm looking in the rear view. And I said, do you think he's all right? And, well, Horatio couldn't help himself from eating the sub that he just ordered at he goes, oh. But he got away. He passed one of 3 of the field sobriety tests, and somehow that was enough for the Popo to go ahead and get in your car, get the hell out of here.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very
Right.
nice.
So-
Yeah, well, I mean, never go to prison on an empty stomach.
So you think, I mean, but that's State College is, I mean, that's, I think 80% of the population is the school. School's huge. So that's gotta be, I mean, how did that location close?
Is this one 2 miles away?
No, the nearest one's 2 miles away from where the one
Yeah.
closed.
Yeah, there's another Taco Bell 2 miles away. That sounds like a little bit close.
Well, okay, all right. I see what you're getting at. Like, if this place was doing so much business, like, and they were so flush with cash, like, why'd they shut this location down? Well, I think about the college students ordering, I don't know, the cinnamon twists for $1. Like, like, I don't think they're probably going in there ordering the high dollar items. And that just brought me to a brand new business proposal for Taco Bell. Just a dollar menu Taco Bell. Not like they don't sell any Gordita Supremes. They don't sell any Crunchwrap Supremes.
Strictly dollar.
They just
menu.
sell their dollar items.
Yeah.
Is Taco Bell's problem that they're too highfalutin for people? Do you really think that's the way to go? That's their issue. I don't want all the trappings and fanciness of a Taco Bell. Just dumb it down for me a little bit.
No, I was shocked today because I went into a 7-Eleven that I frequent a lot at work, and there was a sign on the door. Well, here's the bottom line. I went in and I noticed there was a different ethnicity behind the counter, and I said, "Well, this is a change." And then I looked at the door and it said, "No EBT, under new ownership." And so, I mean, change can be shocking and it can be hurtful sometimes. Imagine all the folks in town, the town of Elkton, with their EBT cards that can no longer go in and buy Swisher Sweets wraps. Imagine how the morning they're going through today. I think we can all have a little sympathy for this Taco Bell.
Was it one of those Japanese monkeys that was behind?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah. I want first of all, a very underrated, under $1 menu item from Taco Bell is Pintos and cheese. That's a Fox family secret. Me and my brother used to eat the shit out of that. Second of all, it's just straight dollar menu. If you can't fork out $6 for a fucking number 6, those two, like a chalupa meal or a Mexican pizza. I mean, really, is that really grinding someone's fucking gears to make a State College Taco Bell fucking close? Or do they just not give a shit? Is it Taco Bell and they don't?
Hey, buddy, we got an entire election hinged on student loans, buddy. Okay, so you can't be getting anything supreme at Taco Bell if you're on a college budget right now.
Nothing supreme.
Nothing supreme.
What's lower than supreme? Moderate.
I don't even know. They charge you 30 cents just to get low-fat sour cream on anything at Taco Bell. It's fucking ludicrous.
And
you get a third of a sub for that.
And you're not behind the counter watching that caulk gun of sour cream getting fucking laid out. It probably comes from the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calvin, when's the last time you've been to? Do they have Taco Bells in New York City?
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you've been to a few?
Well, back when I was in law school, I would be really, really tired, and I'd have to catch the train home. And I would often go to the one in Penn Station, which was just below. I mean, I just felt so low after eating that, and I was so tired from law school, and then eating Taco Bell, especially from Penn Station. It's kind of a low point in my life, but I haven't been back. I haven't been back really since that era.
So wait, they didn't even have a Taco Bell in the city proper. You had to get it at a sub.
No. I would have to catch the train home, so I would be in Penn Station.
Oh, okay.
And that's what. They do have them in the city proper, and I haven't been back because of those bad memories.
This brings up something I saw in the news the other day. There was a track team, and they really wanted Chick-fil-A, but their town didn't have a Chick-fil-A, but there was a Chick-fil-A at the airport. So they bought their team captain a $90 one-way plane ticket just so he could enter the terminal to get Chick-fil-A and then bring it back out of the airport. Never took the flight, just bought the ticket to get into the airport.
Jesus.
And then I think their meals all came to like $18 a piece after they split it all up.
And what airport was this?
I can't remember the details of the story beyond that. But yeah, it was just like they all wanted Chick-fil-A. And so they bought him a $90 one-way plane ticket, sent him through TSA, got their food, and came back out. And they were, and really $18. They really only spent an extra $8 on their meal.
Yeah, because if you've never had Chick-fil-A, would you spend $8 for a maiden voyage on that?
Oh yeah. No, I eat Chick-fil-A a lot, and there is something heavenly, if you will, about their chicken sandwich. It is a different breed of chicken.
Now, Adam, this is what I was going to ask you. You had said eating Taco Bell at Penn Station. Did you ever scarf that down with some Sparrow as well?
It's the best pizza in New York. You know?
Well, congrats to the folk at. I don't know what you guys are going to do up at Happy Valley, up in Penn State. I don't know. Maybe we have to join the Wawas of the world and everything else. But whatever. Fuck you. Get some monkeys. Have them serve you, right?
Well, they can't go to Chipotle instead because that's way too fancy. I mean, if Taco Bell is too much, it's too fancy that it had to close, then Chipotle is just out of the question.
Chipotle is too much.
How has Chipotle stayed in business after all the gonorrhea attacks that they've given people? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe it's not gonorrhea, but it's something. What are they? Ebola? What are they giving people?
Salmonella?
Something like that. They're giving somebody something, and it's happened quite often. So how are they staying in business? It's bullshit. And you got to pay like $16 for a burrito.
Because this would be the first time in human history that you can ingest gonorrhea. You can actually eat it. It's nice. Wow. Yowzers.